back to our episode sa podcast. Oh my God! For short episodes namin, it's coming to an end.
Damn. Okay.
So, what is our podcast? Skill
Issue!
Issue! Do you have skill issue? Of course, we have skill issue.
We all
I
have
think you are
skills.
at this point.
But, I'm Fam, Pamela Lantakon, but Fam for short.
I'm Samantha Sikay. Sam ulit.
Hello, again, I'm Dre. That's all.
May napapansin ba kayo? Like, may new face.
Hi! So, I'll reintroduce myself. My name is Juliana Ariones, but you can call me Julie for short, and I'm here in the flesh.
Finally!
She exists.
Yeah, she does exist. Actually nga, nasa-stress ako nung nakarang episodes kasi lagi kami, pinapakita namin yung plushie niya. Oh my God.
That's true.
Eh, kaya nga nandito na ako. Kasi para tapon-tapon ka kasi.
Deserve! Excuse me, deserve!
But it's so cute.
I know, pero deserve!
It's not deserved, especially if the damage is my face as well.
Hey! Not really, no? Anyways, yung mga, can you give a short recap kung ano nangyari sa last episode natin?
Well, last episode, we got insightful knowledge and pretty much ng experience nila. And wow, ang dependency ng ng ibang kaklase nila.
Say, ayan, no,
Yeah.
grabe, like, surprisingly. Anyways, we have another guest, diba, coming for this episode?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What are your thoughts about it? Exciting kasi for me, eh.
It's very for me. It's so, nakaka-nervous kasi they're not just typical students. They're actually professionals.
Oh my God!
Higher
So, parang, higher fears! So, parang, kapag kinausap namin sila, parang mabubulo na lang kami kasi parang nai-intimidate kami sa mga answers nila.
We
Oh
are
my
just
God.
freezing at the moment.
Yes, we are. Pero, speaking of the interview, I'm pretty sure Adriel and Sam will be...
You know what? Let me just take the stage for a moment.
Why?
Guys, can you hear this? She said why.
Why?
Why? Bro, come on. You're gonna have to, you're gonna have to reverse, you're gonna have to reserve your voices. You and Julie, man.
Bakit nga?
Ano ba? Sa tingin mo, kaming dalawa lang kami? Like forever,
Hoy,
every episode?
excuse me, kasama niyo ako.
No, I mean, yes, pero no. This time for now, kaya na mo ng dalawa, please lang.
Anday!
Can we just rest for a bit? Come on, man.
Formal protest.
No.
Informal protest.
No. Please lang.
Kung kailan lang nandito ako, aalis kayong dalawa.
Yes.
Sila, ganyan
That's
sila,
his-
ganyan
Yes.
sila.
Yes, please.
Kaya ang ganda na nga ng introduction ko, ganito pa.
I mean, nandito na nga tayo sa other place, so...
It
We're
is.
in another place. Hindi na tayo dun sa last, namin. We have evolved. Tapos, iiwan nyo kami dito.
What if yes? What
For my
if yes?
protest again.
No.
I have nothing to say about
No.
this. That's it.
I'm just here. It is what it is. It
Alam
is what it
natin sila.
is.
Kaya naman natin to, di ba?
Oh my God! Fine! I mean, bro, we cannot keep them waiting naman talaga.
That's true.
Ticket to the...
Let's go. Let's go.
Tayo na lang. Hindi tayo talo, ah.
That settles them. Yay! Final channel.
We shall continue. Anyways, what we're gonna do today is...
Icebreaker! Let's go! Palakpakan namin. Let's go!
For that, let's introduce our guest right now. Kinakabahan talaga kami. Oh my God. Oh my God, kaya natin papayma. So, we're gonna introduce them before we proceed with our icebreaker. Welcome back again to our podcast. Nandito na po ang ating lovely guests and participants.
Hello!
Well,
Can you please introduce yourselves po?
My name is Monique Fanagani, currently the program coordinator for animation in iAcademy.
you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I'm JV Padua, the Dean of the School of Business and Liberal Arts. I've been with the Academy for 4 years already.
Oh my God. Oh, kinakabahan ako. Grabe. Higher peers sila dito ngayon. So, before we continue at our questions po, we prepared a small icebreaker. It's called, is it Gen AI or human? Ready po kaya?
Sige, Rep. Ready
Yes.
kami.
Yan. Is this Gen AI or human?
AI.
Human.
Si Sir Human, si Ma'am AI. Sino kaya ang tama?
Ay, talaga. Wow.
That looks super perfect.
I was sorry.
Okay, next. Is this Gen AI or human?
Human.
Parang human to.
Human, okay.
Let's see.
Ay, humaba si Miss.
Magaling talaga.
Siya talaga. Siya na talaga. Is this Gen AI or human?
Wow.
AI?
There's no...
Magaling mo.
It's just sound.
Ah, the
lang po.
sound.
The sound. Yeah.
Human.
Human.
Gen AI or human?
Final answers?
Final
answers.
Okay.
Oh my God. It's human! Ang galing ni Miss.
Oh
Ah!
my God.
Ayan na. Tatay na po kayo.
So, siya na.
Feeling ko yan AI yan.
Me too. Me too. AI
Feeling
din.
ko
Gen AI! Oh my God.
My God, nagtatay na sila. Sino kayo mananalo?
Sino mananalo?
Si Miss. Ay, ako kang AI to. Parang wala namang magtatalo ng ano.
Yeah.
O, di ba?
AI din for
Oo,
me.
AI.
Yan.
Ano kaya?
Is it? Is it?
So, yun naging ano siya, no? Totoo.
It's AI! Pero ang cute nila, di ba?
Yeah.
Looks almost
Diba?
real, yes.
So,
din.
real talaga.
Yung details.
This one.
So, yun
oh.
kaya,
Feeling ko ano yan, human. Parang it's real.
Human.
It's real.
Okay.
So, I don't know. AI?
AI.
Oh,
Sige.
sure.
Final answers?
Oh my God. Oh, it's
Human!
Kasi isip ko kung talagang ginagawa niyo yun eh. Diba?
Nagnanakaw talaga sila.
Nagnanakaw talaga sila.
Meron akong one experience, yung ano, sa ate ko naman po siya, pero yung ninakaw ng monkey banana.
Ah, yun.
Oh my God.
It's real talaga. Thank you. Ay, grabe yung icebreaker natin. Parang ano mo yun? Yung parang hindi sila parang alam nila kagad yung sagot, lalo na si Miss dito.
Oh nga eh.
Expert! Sana all! So, let's go po sa mga questions. Ready na po kayo?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we're ready.
Handa naman talaga sila.
Oo, kailangan namin maging ready.
Ikaw, Julie, ready
Sige,
ka na?
go.
Yes.
Sure ka?
Super.
Ako kasi hindi talaga eh. Ready pala ako. Never been ready ako. Amazing. So, let's start with our first question po. Oh my God! What did you think when you first heard about AI po? Sinis po muna. Sige po.
Okay. For me, it's a little bit exciting because the idea of creating stuff in just a few minutes is exciting. But later on, there's this doubt because, of course, it creates stuff by taking stuff already created by artists and other humans. So there's the doubt.
That's true.
Ako naman, the very first time that I heard about AI, since I also have a tech background, so for me, I think it was, anong tawag doon, parang disruption in terms of the technology. Though, in the marketing side naman, it's kind of exciting. Why? Because, yeah, most definitely, ako, yung unang reaction ko doon, ay, okay, there is something new for marketing to explore and utilize. So, parang, it's kind of, for me, it's exciting, and at the same time, parang, oh, okay, what's going to be the effect of this in the long?
So, pareho silang 50-50 sa kanilang first impression. Kaya I get that. Kasi parang at the same time, oh my God, mas mapapadali na yung buhay natin. But at the same time,
Kaya like,
no.
Yes.
let's have some reservations muna.
Pa.
So that's very insightful of you guys. So next question po is, do you use any generative AI tools and software? If so, what software do you use and what do you use it for?
Siguro for me, the usual naman si ChatGPT.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very,
The original.
the very common.
The OG.
The very common. So, siguro I was able to explore it through yung mga siguro ideation, yung mga idea. Siguro kasi sometimes I have a lot of ideas, information. So what I do is that I talk to ChatGPT, input it, and then organize it for me. So, para mas napapadali.
Para hindi po siya confusing.
Para hindi siya confusing. Tapos lalong-lalo na nung natutunan natin kung if that ChatGPT, yung mga ganitong AI, it's all about prompting. Diba? So it's a matter of prompting. So mas nakukuha mo yung gusto mong result kung magaling ka mag-prompt. So for me, si ChatGPT, for what? Usually for ideation, for improving a certain post lang, improve the grammar, improve the posting, something like
Parang
that.
assistant lang talaga
Assistant
siya. I
siya,
can
yeah.
relate.
Yes, correct.
How about you, Miss Pa?
For me, I also use ChatGPT. I also use Cloud AI. If you're familiar, Anthropic.
I heard it ngayon pa lang po.
And recently, Gemini from Google.
Oh
Ah,
yes,
Gemini.
Gemini.
Talaga.
Same thing, fixing grammar, generating text, fixing text. But recently with Gemini, I'm playing around with the Canvas tool because it can create interactive, interactive tools that you can embed in websites. So that's also nice because I don't have background in coding. So pwede siyang makagawa ng mga might be possible to be included in lessons or personal stuff. So I don't use the generative image because we can already do that as artists.
Yes.
True.
Oo.
As creatives, we can already like use our own imagination and just visualize it and execute it.
Execute lang talagang problema minsan kapag nagka-ideas ka eh. Paano kaya to? Ganon.
Yeah.
So, sa ano nyo po, like, what made you start using AI? Parang Gen AI rather. Parang anong nagkaroon ng circumstance na parang, oh, I need to use it na talaga.
Siguro ako, dahil nga excited ka, you're curious about
Yes.
generative AI. And then also, because some of your friends are also using it, so you got curious. So ano ba to? Ano ba si ChatGPT?
Yeah.
Ano ba yung mga iba pang mga AI na ginagamit? So, naging curious ako.
So, parang in short po, ano talaga si AI?
Ano ba talaga siya, di ba?
What
And
is
then,
it capable?
oh yeah, and then the first thing na I encountered, I tried it, parang, uy, kakaiba, parang something na gawa ng human din yung output niya. So, yeah. So, I became curious primarily because of the colleagues are using it and talking about it. So, yeah.
Sa bagay po, no, kasi nung mga high school days ko, ang pinaka-AI lang natin is si Grammarly.
Oh, yeah. Mas lalo pa yung high school ko.
Libro.
Wala talaga.
Libro yun.
Wala talaga.
Yung inaano lang po natin is yung plagiarism.
Yeah.
Very simple lang siya dati.
Right.
How about Ima?
For me, during the time when ChatGPT was booming, I wasn't really curious. Not sure why. Pero when it came to the part na they can generate almost realistic art, I was saying, oh, this is a very big question on how can they create this, and this will be a competition to artists. So I was trying to I tried generative AI to compare. Kaya ba nila gawa ng ganito? It was just like 1 or 2 sessions because I was trying their capability. And sabi ko, gumawa kayo ng, for animation, gumawa kayo ng walk cycle. The output is not good. So I was saying, oh, so ito lang pala yung level nila. at that moment, yung Gen AI. So, not really competition for artists na lalo na yung mga niche like for certain animation, for certain art, but it's evolving kasi.
Yeah.
There are some generative AI videos.
Katulad ng
Like si Sora.
Oo, the Sora. And they can make videos from prompts already na almost realistic. So that's where my curiosity also came from, why I tried it. So after nun, I didn't try the generative images, but the text, it was useful for certain admin work, for paperworks. So hanggang dun lang.
I see. And then I want to add up is like back then generative AI wasn't really that accurate
Yeah.
until like nag-evolution na siya like si Sora, like I mentioned. It was like it's so uncanny.
Yeah.
Katulad ng sa icebreaker kanina, yung deer po na tumatalon sa...
Yeah. That's actually Sora.
Yun ba yun?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
So thank you for your answers. And how do you feel about using generative AI tools and softwares in your works?
Works?
Mhm.
If it's paper works, of course, pwede. Because we still have that human touch after we prompt it. We don't just copy-paste it. We edit it ourselves pa. Because sometimes I've heard the term AI hallucination.
Oh,
They make up some stuff. So, hindi siya ganun ka-accurate. That's why I'll always check kung tama ba yung sinasabi yung na-generate. But for artwork, I don't use it. That's it.
Kahit po maganda ng idea from kunyari po napaburnout kayo, mag-guide mo po ng idea, hindi po kayo gumagana.
Well, some artists might use it for that. But for me, I already have like a lot of stuff in my mind. Ang dami ko ng mga ideas. Parang hindi na kailangan. Siguro, I can just do a simple Google search if kailangan. Or Pinterest, gano'n. I don't need to go to AI for the images part.
So lang masasabi ko dyan. Sana all. How about for you?
Ayun, siguro mas maintindihan ko si Miss Mali kasi magkaiba kami ng field. So for arts talaga, I think there's really parang a limitation.
Yes.
Which one, paano gagamitin or if they will really use that. But for us kasi, ako ginagamit ko siya talaga for fixing my thoughts. Alright? And then also, sometimes if I need to get a little bit of an outline of the topic that I want to discuss, I consult. And then kumbaga, I already, meron na akong mga, for example, yung topic na, yung mga topics that I want to discuss, for example, on a certain course, then I just upload it and then pinapag-comment ko lang siya. Is this okay? Is this something that is contemporary or needed right now? So hanggang ganda lang, consultation lang, but not totally talaga. Kasi parang for me, since I've been 20 years na in the academe, parang it's an insult for me if I'll truly depend on AI. Parang okay for the past 20 years, parang naaksaya lang siya or parang hindi ko na siya pinansin, parang nawala siya bigla just because of the AI. I totally depend on it. Parang syempre parang ano ka na rin sa sarili ko yon. So also, it's a matter of limiting myself also in the use. Parang, sige, tingnan natin kung sino mas magaling sa atin.
Competition.
With that
No
experience.
motivation.
Correct. So, yun ang ano. Pero for, more of consultation lang or arrangement of thoughts, something like that. Doon ko siya ginagamit. Tsaka, kunwari kung meron pa, or anything that you can suggest.
Para po siya nagiging judge.
Parang gano'n.
Very simple uses lang siya.
I have that din pala din na minsan inisip ko, kaya mo ba to? Mas magaling ka ba sa akin? So, tinatry ko na kung ano yung kaya kong gawin. Tinatanong ko, can you make? Can you create an image? Ganyan. Tapos doon ko nakikita na they really can't.
Parang
Kasi
mas
discover
magaling pa
mo
rin
naman
ako.
eh. Yeah, you can discover naman. Actually, yung mga finifeed mo nga sa kanya. For example, there's a new terminology na ikaw lang yung nag-iimbento, for example, Tapos all of a sudden, kapag shinare mo sa kanya yun, mga hindi, parang after siguro mga 2 weeks, tapos biglang nag-inquire ka na naman or nag-ask ka na naman about ilalabas niya kung ano yung
Sinabi mo.
Then, so parang, okay. So, ito yung, parang you can see the limitation. So, that's why don't
Yes.
depend too much. Parang for me, don't depend so much.
I agree.
So, since you guys use AI din naman, Gen AI and rather, since ini-incorporate nyo rin po siya sa works nyo, but not sa creative field naman, like, nagkaroon po ba ng changes sa daily routines yung overall daily routines?
Ako sa akin, parang, since na I keep on consult. Actually, nagkakaroon ako ng session with ChatGPT. I haven't used the Gemini yet. Pero kasi, tinuruan kami about sa Gemini. Pero kasi, mas gamay ko kasi si ChatGPT and at the same time, bumili ko, nag-pro subscription ako sa kanya.
Subscriptions.
May
Siya
subscription
na yung naging
sila.
friend.
Oo,
My bestie.
parang ganun siya, parang ang sarap niyang kausapin.
I get that.
Oo.
Minsan ginagawa ko din yan. Para kung
Right.
ano, parang kausap. Wala po akong bored po ako. Tapos wala po akong kausap. Pinakausap ko si Gemini naman sa
Yeah.
akin.
So, parang it's a matter of prompting. So, for example, if I want, kasi I use it not just for work, but also in other fields. So, for example, yung mga ginagawa ko sa simbahan namin. So, parang I don't have any idea about theology. So, I always prompt, you're the best theologist from Vatican.
Wow.
So parang i-embody niya yon. And then I'll ask questions about certain things that I don't know. But definitely, after that, for example, sabi ko, can you cite any biblical something like that? Isa-cite niya, and at the same time, i-google ko naman yung sinite niya na yun. Just to make sure that if it's,
Tama po.
kung tama ba yun, nag-exist ba yun, baka naman tama, inimbento
So,
lang
para
niya.
siyang siya yung nagiging chismosang friend niyo po.
Yes, parang nagiging
I love it.
parang confident pa tawag doon. Parang if you are talking, yun, sa akin for me, the bottom line is, dumali, nadagdagan ako ng parang to make things easier for me. Tsaka, in terms of, siyempre, very busy na schedule namin. Tinatanong namin palagi, parang nagdedepende rin kami doon sa kanya in terms of, what are the things that I can do to improve this and that. So, mas dumadali siya.
How about you, Miss?
Same thing, actually. So, a lot of paperworks are being done by us. So, most of the time, we can actually create it from scratch. But, yun nga, the time is the deadlines. Same thing with students. We also have deadlines kahit na teachers kami or professors. So, what I also do is napadali niya yung workflow na I can create some sections of the paperwork that I need from a first draft. And then I just fix it. Kasi kung magi-start pa from scratch and then its deadline is like 1 hour, ganyan. Or like now na, ganyan. Mga ganyan. So, useful siya. It made our lives a little bit easier because we have a first draft, or we can just have some revisions from the first draft that we made ourselves. So, nakatulong siya in a way to make make use of our time. May oras pa kami to do other things and we can makahabol kami dun sa mga deadlines.
I see.
Useful siya.
Parang in short, yung mga daily processes
Yes.
namin,
Oo.
nasa-shorten siya because of that. That's basically the main help.
Yes, yung main pros ng
Ano,
Chat GPT or other Gen AI.
How about you, Julie? Do you have any question?
I'm really good with their and I can see like they had improved with their workflow naman on using Gen AI.
Okay, so since nasagot niyo naman na po yung isa pa namin question, we're just gonna scrap this.
Okay.
Advance sila
Oo,
mag-isip.
talo natin. Sige.
Julie, please.
So,
Since gumagamit nga po kayo ng AI, how do you regulate your use po?
Regulation.
Magandang question yan kasi I think that's the main issue right now since
Addictive
AI
po
is
siya.
very prevalent siya. Not just for us but also for that since we are in the school. So, paano natin nire-regulate? Parang nire-regulate ba?
Para
Tama
po
ba?
hindi po kayo na-addict or paano nyo minamanage?
Paano namin minamanage? Well, definitely, Parang ako, kasi mukhang magkaiba talaga kami ng ano. Kasi ako, parang for me, I really have a respect for the number of years that I've been working and all of the
Pride pa
degrees
lang
na
po
kinuha
siya.
ko. It's a respect on my side na
Yes
parang,
po.
I don't wanna depend so much. Kasi ako rin nahihiya din naman ako na para bang, okay, nagawa ko tong certain output na to because of purely AI. Tsaka parang, another thing is that, parang ako, I always check at how will others look at me after I present a certain output that na alam ng mga tao na okay, it's
AI
something that's
siya.
great. Yeah, may mga ganun ha.
Opo,
Especially
meron po.
when we do policies, school policies. Parang hindi magandang makita. For example, may nilabas kaming policy, tapos nabasa nyo and lahat kayo aware about AI. Tapos nakita nyo, format pa lang nung output. Di ba yung mga line? Ganun
The long,
the long lines, di ba ganun usually
Oo.
si
Si
ChatGPT,
ChatGPT
di ba? Tapos kinopy-paste mo lang.
Oh my
Then
God.
eventually, if you have parang AI checker, di ba? Tapos makikita mo doon parang and the policy is all about the use of AI in classroom. Tapos ni-run mo yung policy sa AI check. Kasi nakalagay doon 94% it's
Oh
made
my
by AI. So parang okay. Parang that's basically ang tinitingnan ko. So how it's going to reflect parang yung sa akin as a school administrator na gamit si AI, parang hindi na ako nag-isip. Parang, during our time, nung wala pa yan, talagang from scratch, we do the policy
Yeah.
and with all those, the works. Yun nga, sa inyo nga, nung high school ka, Grammarly, kami noon, wala.
Wala.
As in, talagang proofreader. I mean,
Pen and paper.
di ba? Pag
Ayun.
ginawa namin yon you have to ask from a grammarian. You have to
Yeah.
look for an expert to read it. Diba? Lalo na sa amin sa business, we can't just hire someone who's good in English, someone who's good in English and at the same time business English siya. Kasi baka pag kinorek niya, iba na yung thought dun sa gusto namin sabihin from the business side. So ako, for me, it limits in a way, syempre alam mo naman talaga kung ano naman talaga yung sinasabi niyang totoo or
Yeah.
hindi. Alright? So may mga areas tayo na parang, okay, alam natin to. For example, all about marketing. Alam ko kung ano yung ina-expect kong sagot niya.
Yeah.
Diba? So yung limit based on, kung ano yung parang understanding mo rin also. Kasi baka mamaya, since gawa din naman siya ng human, baka may mga errors pa. Diba? And also, yung image mo sa labas.
Yeah.
Baka, diba? Lalo na sa kanya. Diba? Kasi
Yeah.
kami Monique.
So, yung mga artists, there's the idea that we hate AI. Well, hate is a strong word. Siguro, ano natin is...
Dislike.
Dislike. We have this, kasi na sa school that AI is a tool, which is sometimes nagiging AI is a tool, tapos puro AI. It's not really that we don't really use AI all the time na sa lahat ng bagay. Because nakarating kami dito sa position because we have our expertise naman. And we still use that expertise. But we use ChatGPT to help us take a little bit of our time back. Parang ganun. Makatulong. But not really to take over our work. Kasi whatever we're prompting, kagaya ng sinabi ni Dean JV, we already know kung ano yung pinapagawa namin. Lalo na pag-relate sa namin, sa industry or sa career. So, bale, it's like a first draft lang. Tapos, kami pa nga yung nagjo-judge kung tama ba yung ginawa ni ChatGPT kasi mamaya kung mali-mali siya. So, regulate it by making sure that may certain like areas lang or sections lang ng, kunyari, ng paperworks na yung papa-prompt ko. But not all siguro. Or if all man, a lot of revisions dadaan sa akin. Kasi minsan, either sobra or kulang din yung napaprompt niya. Kasi they can't read their minds kung ano yung kailangan natin. Tapos, most of the time, alam mo yung yung parang AI tone of voice.
Oh, yeah.
Parang repeated yung mga certain words or yung niya yung attitude niya doon sa pag-write is like, parang tunog AI, ganyan. So, we humanize it. Tapos, we put our own spin to it. We fact-checked. Yung ginugoogle pa natin din kung tama ba yung mga, lalo na yung mga specific na about our rules or yung facts. Kasi minsan, they make up talaga yung mga sama na. So, what I usually do is, additional regulation din is, cite your sources. Sinasabi ko na sa kanya, cite your sources. Saan galing yung mga data mo, ganyan. So, kiklik ko na lang yung mga link. Tapos, dun ko makikita kung tama ba yung na-cite niya. Kasi, sometimes we can actually Google it ourselves. Pero, it's also good na pag dun na sa prompt nakalagay yung citation, they can, ChatGPT or any Gen AI can include it kung ano yung pinagkuhaan nila. So, resources and citations can be included in the prompting so that you can double check if what they're writing or generating is actually correct. Ganun.
Okay, so para ano lang siya tawag dito? Yung tipong, ano lang, wait na ba? I forgot.
Mga drafts, gano'n.
The drafts lang siya. Parang, parang ginagawa ng AI. Since yung paggawa niya ng mga prompts nga po is parang AI pa rin. Parang inaano niya rin tayo, na ina-encourage niya rin tayo na mag-isip pa din.
Yeah.
Para hindi ka mapahiya.
Yeah.
Ganon.
Kasi hindi siya magkamali.
Yes.
Hindi tayo magkamali.
Yes.
And then again, it's like AI is just only prompting straightforward, pero wala pa din yung human doon.
Yeah.
So,
Wala.
parang sinasabi ng AI, mag-isip ka pa rin para sa sarili mo.
True.
So, sa mga sinabi niyo po, I wanna ask if the school is actually encouraging or discouraging AI. Tsaka, in what ways po?
Oh. Very timely.
Very timely, yeah.
You know?
Sige, gusto mo ikaw muna.
Sige.
Maganda yan sa'yo, eh.
Recently we had the school had an AI workshop for teachers and non-teaching personnel. It's held by Google Gemini yung gamit. I remember one of the things that they said that AI won't replace the people, but people who use AI will be replacing the people who don't. So very parang
Confusing.
hot take.
Ah,
Tungkol sa mga slangs, mga hot take siya. Well, yung idea naman ng school is use AI as a tool talaga. So yun talaga yung ating parang policy doon. But tama nga din yung idea niya na regulation. So most of the times workshop kami, yung pinagawa doon is mostly checking out the tools and then making sure that you already you have your own knowledge as well. So pag maglalagay ng mga prompts, then you can include attachments, which is usually yung mga gawa mo or mga gawa ng mga ng pwedeng gawing reference, so that kung ano yung ipaprompt niya, meron siyang reference na tama. So, hindi siya kukuha ng kung ano-ano lang from anywhere in the internet. So, that is one way to also regulate the output na i-generate. Yung dun is, I use it, I like the use of the interactive Canvas tool in Gemini, as well as yung about the research. They have that very good tool, the notebook.
LMS.
LMS. I like it because most of the times we don't have time to go to library. We don't have the time to go to certain websites that feature yung mga reference. So it's good to make a list of yung example nito is the RRL.
Yeah.
So nandun na yung mga related literature. You can have it, lalo na sa atin sa animation or sa mga artists. We're more focused on just making stuff, but we don't read a lot of stuff, I think.
That's true.
So kailangan natin yung mga ganun. So a lot of the help that we can get from the things that we're not expert on can be provided by AI, but just make sure that you check it yourself, that it's correct. So yun yung natin is it's just a tool. And then make sure that you're there also to double check everything that's being generated. Ganun. Kay di naman.
And of course naman, the school supports it. That's why they are providing trainings for all of us. Train not to, just to use the tool as a help or as a tool for us to make our works faster, and at the same time to shorten all the processes kung ano man. So the school supports, but of course they, other than their support and they give us training, of course they encourage us to use it ethically,
with ano nga with limitation.
Yeah.
So it's more of they allow, but at the same time they keep on reminding us that okay, you have to set limit, especially sa'yo and also especially for the students who are
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
That's good to know.
So,
So far, that was really, ano na po, na-describe yun na po yung situations of wherein we were encouraged. Pero, actually, it was good na to know na there's still some limitations in order to use AI to not depend pa rin. Kasi we still value of like skills.
Okay.
yes.
So,
So, since nasagot niyo na nga po yung most of the questions, let's go sa another set naman.
Okay.
Grabe, parang di ko pa tinatanong, alam na nila. Can you read my mind? With the rise of Gen AI becoming integral to every industry po and beyond, what are your views on the ethical usage of AI, of Gen AI?
I think for me, siguro, I think the question is not really that, I don't believe na integral siya sa mga industries right now. Siguro, it's not really yung term lang na integral. It's more on trying to use it now and trying to put it in their pipeline, lalo na sa mga arts, animation. They're trying to put it, but we can still do our work without it. Yun yung masasabi ko. It's not, hindi pa siya integral talaga. The question was about the ethics.
Yes, yung ethical usage po ng Gen
Ethical
AI.
usage. Well, for me, since it's already there, we can turn back time na walang AI. It's already there and people are starting to use it. Tama yung idea na regulate, limit, tapos yung ethical use for animation and the art. As long as you don't put the actual generated image as the final output, pwede mo siya magamit during the process na drafts pa lang, ideation pa lang, gagawa ng mga mood board, ganyan, as references. But as the final output, and then you say that, oh, I made this. Tapos, diretsong copy-paste lang sa AI. It's not good because it's unfair to the artist who actually made art. And all of the artwork that is being generated by AI is referenced from different artists, which they unethically sourced. Parang kinuha lang nila and then they downloaded all of those art. Even now, some apps can scrape the data of the uploaded artworks. Kaya minsan din takot na yung mga artists na mag-post. Ang dami ng watermarks kasi kukunin ng AI. Oo. So, I would say just make it your own. Wag nyo siyang gawing final output na this is my work because unfair siya and it's not true na ginawa mo siya na art if you just prompt it. I think that's it. Final output, sa'yo dapat.
Okay, so for me, I think in terms of ethical in terms of the use of it, siguro unang-una talaga, we should really have a policy as to, in terms of the threshold, how many % of the work will come from AI or how much % is acceptable on a certain discipline. For
Yes.
example, us in the business. Kasi for sure, magkaiba kami, diba? So they can create their own without the use of AI. But for us, since, we have created policy naman. For example, sa amin sa marketing, so make sure that, for example, the marketing plan should be at least allowable, AI made siya is 10% lang. That's unacceptable. Same goes with the anti-plagiarism. For example, if it's only 20%, diba? So for us, of course, there should be a policy as to in terms of the threshold, and provided that we educate our students na the final output should not be coming from the AI. Kung ano yung na-generate niya, kahit ba sabihin natin, ang galing mong mag-prompting, okay, you can't own it. You
Yeah.
can't own it.
Kasi gawa pa rin siya
Sabi
ng
nga dun
iba.
sa seminar natin sa Gemini, you can't
Yes.
own it, but you can cite that it's through the help of Gemini or ChatGPT. So, lalo kasi yung ownership di ba?
Yeah.
Yung ownership of the output. So, for you to ethically use it, you really have to set policy, such as the threshold as to what's the accepted
Baka sa kanila kasi talagang zero or, oh, diba?
0%,
Oh,
ganyan.
0% dapat ang AI thing. Pero for us, sige, let's especially kung yung mga ang laman lang naman is how you conceptualize the final title of a marketing plan or what basically the product that you will create a marketing plan. So, yun, it's more of for ethical use, I think there's really should be a policy and a threshold as to how much lang dapat generated ng AI.
It's true.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's like medyo out of control na kasi
Yeah.
with the usage of AI. Kasi, ayun na, like, we've already do not need to rely on skills. And people just think like, oh, we have AI, so that means we can just rely on it, which is wrong.
Yeah.
In the end of it, talaga maganda pa rin yung human core. That's why.
Dapat may regulation talaga. Ako kasi usually talaga as a respect to yourself, your intellect, your
yes po.
experience,
Talaga.
'di ba? Papayag ka bang palitan ka ng ano? So it's parang it's you have to do well. You have to kung ganun pala if AI can generate that certain work kay Miss Monique if AI can do this so we have to do better than AI, 'di ba? Kasi parang we also develop that din naman 'di ba? Coming from us. So we have to keep on guard on that.
Parang it's a matter of pride sa experiences.
Yeah. So,
Tsaka dapat mas magaling ka din sa AI.
also galing.
Dapat maging competitive kayong lahat.
Right, correct.
So if you ever feel like you're down, like nababurnout ka, remember, kalaban mo si AI. Yan yung magiging motivation.
Pero at the same time, friend mo siya. Magplastikan kayo ni AI.
Frenemies.
Frenemies.
Correct.
So my next question po is, in your current position right now, what do you think can we minimize or prevent users from excessive usage of Gen AI in our daily lives?
Siguro sa akin, sa work ko, most definitely, kasi talagang pwedeng gamitin mo talaga si AI sa work namin. Especially nga in terms of as an administrator, in terms of policy creation. Kasi ang dali, mag-type ka lang naman create a policy for attendance of students. Lalabas na yon. Okay? Pero kasi good thing that there are already existing policies made before na wala ng AI. So, more of just an enhancement. Pwedeng i-upload mo si current policy nyo na ginawa before just to improve it. What are the missing or could be what are the gaps if you want to know about it. So, you can use it. Pero kasi talagang, for example, sa pagtuturo, hindi naman pwede namang, not 100% can be replaced by AI kasi it's the human connection, right? And also yung mga examples na binibigay mo, it's not about, lalo na if you have that certain number of years of experience, parang I don't think AI can replace that. And I don't think the students can accept that. For example, kung bata yung professor, sabihin niya, I've experienced this, ano, parang tatakap na, parang, paano yung na-experience yun? Parang 2 taon pa lang siya nagtuturo. Diba? Kasi, generate ni AI. Parang sabi, use this example. Hindi naman galing sa iyo yon. So that's basically how we can parang regulate and lessen the use of AI. Parang for me talagang it's sabi mo nga kayo, it's a matter of pride na. Parang I don't want to be parang ang ending ma-replace na kasi wala na pala mga deans ngayon, AI na lang. Diba?
Hindi pwede yun.
Diba? So Miss Yoni.
So for me, sobrang tama yung sinabi ni Dean JV. For teaching, they don't know what we experience in our career. And yun yung malaking parang importance pag nagtuturo is all of the things that you can learn, yung mga technical, mga terms, mga ganyan, mga process. Some of them can be research sa mga books. Pero the actual industry is different. And yun yung parang nandun kami as teacher to provide the actual industry experience namin. So, AI doesn't know that. If they're generating stuff, it's a hallucination. They didn't experience it. They didn't go to work with our job titles. They didn't experience working for clients, working for companies. So, kung ano man yung na-generate nila doon, hindi yan 100% usable for teaching. So, yung part na yun, it's still our own experience. So, hindi namin siya ginagamit talaga for using based on experience na mga lessons. Wala yun sa kanila, wala yun sa ChatGPT. For the daily use naman, it's more on making sure that we have certain amount that that the chat GPT can help us. So, sa mga parts na pwedeng kami na lang, minsan mas madali pa kasi yung time na magpapalit ka pa ng prompt na change the tone of voice, make it more human. Sayang, sana minsan ako na lang nag-type ng isang paragraph, mga ganon. So, it depends talaga sa papatulong mo dun sa chat GPT. Most of the time you have to check on yourself whether kaya ko ba to. If kaya, wag na lang buksan yung browser. Kasi sayang din yung time minsan na mag-change ng prompt. So, ito din yung idea ng mga prompt engineers, yung tawag nila sa sarili nila. The other people, like artists, may derogatory term sila dyan din, JV, narinig ko. Clankers. Have you heard of that?
No.
You have to
First
search
time,
that.
first time.
They calls people who do prompt engineers, yung parang sobrang proud sila sa prompt nila. And they want to copyright their prompts. Parang
Oh my God.
ironic na kinopya lang ng chat GPT or ng mga generative AI yung mga ginagawa nila. Tapos ikaw, gusto mong i-IP or yung
Intellectual property.
weird. Tapos, yun nga, so, inaano sila
Creepy
ng
din at the same time.
inaano sila ng mga tao sa internet. Oh, they're just clankers making AI slop. Ganyan.
Yes,
Yung mga
AI
terms nila,
slop.
AI slop. Kasi parang similar na mga output from other AI, like whether it's articles or videos or images. They call it AI slop kasi parang halata na AI tapos mapangit yung quality. Pero kiniklaim nila na I made this, mga
Oh
ganyan.
my
Yeah.
God.
So, yun yung isa sa mga for others siguro kailangan nilang i-limit kasi hindi siya nakakatulong. A lot of the articles also or internet a conversation I heard is pumapangit yung quality ng AI because they're getting data from the internet which is getting a lot of AI outputs. So it's like nare-recycle lang yung mga low quality na AI stuff and then nagagamit siya ng current AI and then the quality for AI output is getting
they're actually not getting better, and we're starting to see signs that we've already hit the limit of what they can do as they're built today. What do I mean by this? If you look at the news and some of the feedback of the last couple of versions of ChatGPT that were released, you'll find that some people are really annoyed because the newest models of ChatGPT cost more money as far as how much you're paying per token, but they also seem to perform worse, especially for a specific task. One is the reason why we actually have plateaued, and the second is the reason why we actually see some of these models regress or get worse. Number one, all of the internet data has already been used to train the models that we use today. The Claudes, the ChatGPTs, the Geminis, they use all of the internet data. So the question becomes, where can I get additional data to make these models actually smarter? And there's no other readily available source. This is why you'll even start seeing companies pivot to using synthetic data in an attempt to continue making them smarter. The other method that they're using is something called inference time scaling, and it's basically just giving the models more time to think. But even this is showing to have diminishing returns. The example I use is if you let it think too long, then it actually has a higher tendency of hallucinating.
lower. So that's why yun nga na pupunta tayo sa we have to trust ourselves that we can actually create the things that we want to create. And if we need some help lang. Ganun. Tapos, yun nga, makikita mo na sometimes, mas maganda pa kung gumawa ng output kaysa sa generate niya. Ako na lang, ganyan. Kasi nandun pa rin yung part na you have a lot of things to do and may idea ka sa utak mo kung ano yung look ng art or ano yung sound ng article na gusto mong isulat. Minsan hindi niya nakukuha kaagad. So, it's up to you to limit and then make your own generated output using your hands, ganun. So, yun lang.
Dapat confident ka talaga sa work mo.
Yeah, oo.
Yes.
Nandun yun.
So, we are talking about this naman last. So, bakit po yung sa tingin nyo, why is it important na pinag-uusapan yung over-reliance ng mga tao sa Gen AI? Kasi po, napapansin kasi ng lahat, everyone knows na yung iba, sobrang reliant na nila, like, sobra-sobra parang sinasabuhay na nila yung paggamit ng AI. So, why do you think discussing this is important?
For me, it's really, really important to really discuss about
the regulation of the use of AI. Kasi nga, yun nga, nagiging over-reliant tayo. Sometimes, because some of the people are really depending themselves in the AI. So, parang it is very alarming in such a way that baka lahat na nakikita natin it's all about AI, 'di ba? So, we cannot distinguish anymore. Parang kagaya kanina natin, lalo ako nagkakamali ako that which one is done by human and AI. Parang, for me, it's really a disruption of technology.
Yeah.
Magaling yung pagkaka-discover ng AI. But the over-reliance to that ako talaga, other than the pride, of course, the respect sa sarili mo. Okay? So, parang ano ba to? Pinaikot na tayo ng AI.
Yes.
Like that. So, in such a way, kailangan talaga kasi the over-reliance will baka in the long run, wala na talaga. Parang naging useless na yung
Brains natin.
tsaka yung, the skills, the arts, the science that we have. Parang we have to regulate that or else baka in the future, yung mga palagkasakit tayo, it's all about AI na. So, diba? But I believe that there are a lot other works there, the jobs there, that some of them are not really, will not be replaced by AI. But the over-reliance, it has to be regulated. Or else, parang, other than the pride, of course, the respect, you as a human being, diba? And then, baka talagang maging over-reliance would lead to, wala na, there's nothing, wala nang originality.
Yes.
Wala nang originality at wala na tayong effort and the study. Baka mamaya, wala na talaga.
Finish na.
Paano maglakad?
Diba?
Tignan sa AI.
Katakot naman yun.
Katakot yun.
Correct.
Yun yung baka nga mangyari yun kapag sobrang
Pag
over-reliant na tayo.
over-reliance ka.
These are the people in Wall-E.
Diba?
Yung mga naka-wheelchair na. Wala nang bones. Ganun. I heard recently then na a lot of the AI stuff is coming from mga coding. And sorry, I'm not from the School of Computing. Pero yung isa din sa kinakatakot naman tao is the jobs right now are for senior coders. Parang ganon. Kasi yung mga maliliit na mga jobs, binibigay na sa AI. And yung conversation dun is, if no one is a junior coder, nag-aaral ba lang baguhan, who will replace the senior coders?
Correct.
Kasi wala na yung knowledge, yung base na you're training the next generation to have that expertise. Kung binigay mo sa ChatGPT yon or sa kung anong generative AI, sino yung next na tao na magiging
Senior.
mag-handle ng mga senior jobs pag nawala na yon? Ano yung next generation? Same thing for art. Although medyo nagpo-push back kasi yung mga artists sa AI, so hindi natin siya masyado nagagamit. But sa industry right now, a lot of studios are trying AI. So, hindi pa naman siya like pinapalitan. Pero there are some jobs that are being taken by generative images na mga AI. And those are the jobs that are needed by fresh graduates or new artists, mga starting. So, if you don't have that parang entry-level jobs, yung next na job na kasunod na is mga senior. Paano tayo magkakaroon ng career as artists? That's the problem. We need to regulate that part kasi hindi natin naisip na pag ginagamit yung AI yung natututo, not the people who will be next in line for these industries. Yun yung isa sa mga natin as the people who are in the academe. We want to make sure that the foundation is being taught still and being absorbed by the people who needs it. Kailangan natin yun kasi tayo yung matututo ng mga advanced na mga techniques and tayo magiging will be in the industry, in the community. So if we rely on AI too much, we don't know the foundation, we can bend a rule that we don't know. Parang gano'n. So, kailangan, alam muna natin yung foundation, we know it, we absorb it, and then that's the time we can advance it. So, don't rely on AI too much.
Kasi kapag nag-rely tayo masyado, tapos hindi na nga tayo sabi nga ni Miss, yung sa, hindi na natin nakukuha yung hindi natin nakukuha yung skills, paano natin makukuha yung senior positions.
Yeah.
Parang, siya na, hindi na yung kabataan ng pag-asa ng bayan. AI na.
AI na.
So, dapat palitan na ni Rizal yung kanyang motto.
Wow.
AI, pag-asa ng bayan. Ganon.
Baliktad na.
Wow.
So-
We need to be there to prevent that
Yes pa.
future.
From happening,
Oo.
yeah.
Wag naman, wag ganon.
Parang sa Terminator,
Papa.
yung gano'n. Yung parang nasakop na ng AI yung world
Oh my God.
and then apocalypse.
Apocalypse na siya.
And then what's concerning then is that younger generation are using AI na din. And it's accessible na kasi yung Gen
Yeah.
AI.
Really?
Yeah.
Like how young?
Like,
Mga high school.
not just high school, even yung mga elementary students.
Mm. Kasi
Yeah.
they have access to mobile phones
Yes.
and internet.
Oh.
Diba?
Then
So
before.
they can easily
Yeah, so since we're talking about this pa, we actually prepared some exclusive questions for Sir muna.
Sige.
The school
Oh,
setting muna, and
exclusive.
then other one is for the creative field naman.
Sige.
So, sa school
Exciting.
setting po natin, since sasabi nga po natin na pati yung elementary, they're using AI. So, what implications do you think Gen AI has on students' attitude on their work responsibilities such as tasks and priorities? Kasi, mostly, yung mga students, parang, kagaya na sabi ni Julie, may AI naman, hayaan mo na. So, paano, ano yung mga implications nito?
Marami, unang-una, since nga, for now, kung hindi pa sila over-reliant to AI, tinatabad na sila. Or may procrastination na nangyayari dyan. Kasi sabihin nila, okay, so parang I was given a deadline to submit it, for example, tonight. Pwede ko naman gawin yun mamaya kasi I'll just use ChatGPT to do it. So parang yun. And then eventually, without reading it, though it's, for example, kung essay yan, if it's a grammatically, siguro sabihin ni ChatGPT, maganda yung grammarly correct, pero yung tone of voice at saka yung lalim nung essay hindi ganun ka-human, and then at the same time parang sometimes walang sense. So the over-reliance, the effect of that to the students, procrastination talaga yan. Sabihin nila, I can do it naman later on eh. Later na lang ako yan. Later na lang, di ba? Tapos yun na, it's going to be a domino effect. Hindi mo na babasahin. Kasi nga, there's already a deadline. So, para hindi ka na mag-exert ng effort. Tapos sila, sige, perfect na yung magkakagawa ng ChatGPT. Then, submit. Without knowing that, baka yung professor, alam kung paano i-track, i-check kung AI generated yun.
So, in short, imbis na prevent na yung procrastination and yung katamaran, mas ini-enhance niya.
Yeah.
Oh my
Parang, kumbaga, talagang nagpakain siya sa AI.
Yeah.
Diba? Hindi siya parang as a tool for the student to improve the work. Dependent na siya dun sa AI
Oh my
to
God.
produce the output that he or she needs to submit in a certain
Parang you're living for AI na talaga.
Skill issues.
Skill issue.
Skill issue.
Oh my God.
Skill issues.
skill issue.
How about you,
correct.
Julie, in a school setting?
So we're speaking about students now, right? So how do you ensure that students are still learning the skills they need on schools, even then as they use Gen
Ay,
AI?
maganda yan. Kasi for example, for example, sabihin natin, I asked you to do, katatapos lang ng foundation
Foundation
week
week.
natin, di ba? So, what I did was, I asked my students, so it's an alternative learning, di ba? It's an alternative class to attend in each of the events. So, what I did, sa kanila, I asked them to do a reflective work. Now, of course, baka pwedeng umattend sila pero hindi ganun katagal, dumaan lang sila and then nag-prompt sila kay ChatGPT, can you create a reflective work that I attended, sabihin natin, opening of the foundation week,
ceremony.
ganyan. So siguro ako, para maiwasan din yon, nagpapa-oral validation ako sa kanila. So, papasa nila yan, so I have to read it, and after that, I have to ask it personally. Diba? Or mas maganda kasi sa school setting din also oral yung yung examination, or pwede sabihin natin, what can you say about the use of AI in marketing? So instead of just the prompting, kasi madali lang i-submit yan eh. How about you on the spot?
Oh my God. Parang
Diba?
si Sir, parang siya yung back in high school, yung mga terror teacher na may mga index cards.
Ayan, correct.
Oh,
Oo.
let's say, kunyari ang apelido natin is De La Cruz.
Ah.
Tumayo ka, De La Cruz. Ano? Oh my
Diba?
God. Oh my God.
Ganun pa
Scary.
Oo. Kasi ganun, that's how you can check if the work that they submitted is really coming from them because of the thoughts, the ideas were there. Siguro baka sobrang galing na lang siguro ng estudyante na memorize na lahat yung ano to, di ba?
Sana all.
200 IQ yan.
Oh, diba? So yan,
Tama.
kailangan mo talagang, you also have, as an educator, I think you should also be artistic in a way how to verify the output, the genuinity of the output of the students. You have to really do, kumbaga, di nga, galingan mo din i-detect
Yeah.
si AI. Parang, kasi pag written work, tas, submitted online,
Nakakatamad pa siya
oo.
basahin.
Ay, paano nga ang mangyayari doon? How can you validate it? Na ginawa talaga ni ng student. So, you, in a way, counter-check that through oral validation or mga recitation like that.
Yeah.
Ganun.
In short, maging tenor teacher tayo.
No.
Alam na, guys.
How do you think, syempre, the government should regulate the use of Gen AI in education? Kasi the government is literally implementing na may AI naman, gagraduate tayong lahat. Parang ganon.
Well, definitely, if you take it at face value, syempre parang sabihin, okay, so ang government, it's okay with that. So I think siguro hindi na kailangan ng government. Maybe they push lang nila that we should have policy on how to how to use it wisely, re-regulate how to use it. So siguro kanila na naman galing. And then also, other than that, siguro baka magkaroon sila ng mga awareness on how to ethically use it. Siguro siguro supportahan nila, mag-provide sila ng mga free training, especially in the public schools, that they don't have any funds, that parang tayo, we can actually send ourselves naman siguro for trainings. We don't have the resources to do self-study about it. Siguro from the government perspective, baka pwede nilang bigyan ng mga trainings on how to ethically use AI. Not just, depend on it.
Yes.
Diba? Kasi dapat yun yung over-reliance nga. That's a very nice word that we have in this podcast, in this conversation. The over-reliance. So, kailangan i-educate. Kasi siguro pag hindi kasi if you're uneducated about it, you will overuse it. Diba? So, for the government, I think they should conduct free seminars, webinars about it, to help the government people, the public schools, and also the citizens of the Philippines.
So, dapat sila yung nagiging leaders talaga kung paano siya hindi mag-over-reliant yung mga
But
tao.
considering that we have CHED, Department of Education, the ICT, we should work together on that.
Thank you for yung sa school setting. So, Miss, ready ka na ba? Madali lang to for you. Siyempre.
Sure.
Okay pa. So, sa creative industry, Miss, with the use of Gen AI in the current and upcoming generations, like you mentioned before, what are the complications that have been or might be affecting the growth of the artist or the economy itself?
The artists.
Yung mga creatives po, rather.
Affecting the growth of the artist.
Or in the economy.
Using AI.
Yes.
Well, na-mention ko na kanina yun nga yung mga nawawala yung entry-level jobs because it's being given by some studios, some companies to AI already. Like, what they term as probably simple jobs like make illustrations. But it's more kasi the artists themselves should be the one to create their own niche, to find their own economy. Hindi kailangan din minsan na mag-rely sa mga current traditional na mga way of finding their careers. Right now in the digital age, a lot of the studios in animation right now are open for online animators. Some artists, some of our students even created their own small studios using their own thesis groups. So, gumawa sila ng small nila. So, kung ano yung ginawa nilang thesis, animated film for their thesis, yun yung first output ng studio nila, parang ganon. So it's also a call for artists to fight back against the traditional way of finding work and jobs. Kasi lalo na ngayon in 2026, imagine 2026, we have a lot of options already and opportunities. And if the ones that you're searching for have AI, some artists don't really like AI. Yung morality nila parang kasama na dun sa it's immoral for me to work on a job that contains AI. So if you have that, and then you're asking why can't I find a job? You have to find your own niche and then build your own career if you're that against AI. As we've repeated a lot of the times here, AI is a tool. So don't treat it as an enemy that you have to run away from. It's an enemy that you have to confront. Tapos dapat mas magaling ka dun. For artists talaga, we need to be better. To be beyond better.
Yeah.
Hashtags.
Yes, hashtag.
Oo.
So, same lang din naman po kay Sir. Like, in terms of creative fields naman, how do you think the government should regulate the use of Gen
May government
AI
din.
sa creative industry? Kasi,
Oh my
yun nga po,
gosh.
sabi ko kanina, yung parang ina-implement din nila sa education. Pero, never ko pa siyang napansin na gusto, na parang pina-fight back ng government yung sa creative naman. Parang ini-encourage din nila. Knowing na may mas magaling pa ng mga artists.
For government and artists, creative industries, meron tayong February Arts Month. There's a lot of government-backed activities for arts right now in February. About AI, ang government kasi mostly it's forward thinking. So kung ano yung mga current technologies, they want to apply it so that there will be investors or there will be like a boom in the economy. Yung part natin is we need to also be there for the community in our industry to tell the others na ito yung pwede natin gawin. Because for government, they're going to move forward with that technology. May maiwan man na mga tao. But there are some people for sure who is in the arts and in the government that is working on that. Although I'm not familiar. Yung ano ko dito is we can't wait for the government to do that work for us. Regulate ourselves, parang ganun kasi artist tayo eh. There are some initiatives, not really from government, but from Adobe. They have that, if you use their AI, they can include a credit from what artist they got that image from. So, kung anong parts doon yung nagamit, ina-identify ng AI, ng Adobe, tapos kinikredit niya. So, generate a monkey. So, they can include a credit from this photo generated is from this photographer. Ganun. So, I'm not familiar kung anong, they have Firefly AI, but there's a specific website from Adobe that has that, yung mga credits. Pero, advocacy nila yun eh. Tapos, even though Adobe is like a big name in the arts industry, pero, isa lang siya sa part ng yung mga working parts ng creative industry. So, hindi pa rin siya tinataklik ng marami. So, I think that advocacy of Adobe can be used or referenced by the government to whenever there's AI in the creative industry, we still credit kung saan nanggaling yung na-generate na output na yon. So, they also have that, pag na-credit ka doon, I think you're also paid. Parang may ganun silang you have to check on that, guys, para maano nyo din for your next topics.
Trust Adobe. Always. Para kapag nakita yung na-generate yung image na ginawa natin, may pera
credit.
tayo. Yeah.
May credit, may pera.
Yes.
Yun lang. Kasi I'm not familiar with what the advocacy or ano yung plan ng government right now. I'm hoping that they also remember the arts and the artists, whatever policy they make for AI in the Philippines.
So for now, dapat we shall take a stand.
Yes, we should combat the over-reliance on Gen AI.
Oo.
So that's my question on my end. How about you, Julie? Do you have any question on your end?
I'm really speechless, and so far I really love your insights about on your takes on AI, and of course na maganda pa din na mag-rely pa din tayo on our skills, even though there's gonna be mahirap talaga, there's gonna be some uncomfortable, and I really like the fact like you're still encouraging your students to still use their creativities and skills as well.
Yes. So, paano talaga kailangan nating isipin na AI is just a tool. Assistant mo lang yan, hindi ikaw yan.
Yeah.
Chill lang muna tayo with AI, huh?
We're still the boss. Parang ganun.
We're still the
Yes.
boss.
Oo.
So, oh my God, thank you so much.
You're
Sa time niyo po.
Thank
Oh
you.
my God, parang na-overwhelm ako with the answers and the information going in my head. Sabi, wait lang. Baka maging ko, si Red, yun yung sobrang laki ng ulo dito. Sobrang laki ng brain.
I thought you're gonna be like Lucy.
Uh,
Yung naging USB siya sa huli.
Oh,
Ano ba yun?
So, yun lang naman po.
Sige.
Thank you so much
You're
po
welcome.
talaga.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you po for participating.
Thank
So,
you.
That's it, guys. Thank you so much. I want you guys, sana marami kayong natutunan kila ma'am and sir right here. Kasi marami silang insights. Thank you talaga.